Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast, and happy Friday and happy episode 199. Joe Smith.
This is big, isn't it? 199. What an episode! This might be the best one.
Yes.
This is a Friday to episode 200 Saturday.
Ooh.
This is Friday night.
Dom's with us as always. As a Friday. How you doing, Dom?
Yes.
And Ethan James in the corner.
Hello. Oh God, we've done so many, haven't we? Let's put it to a stop.
You've got to get to 200.
Got to get to 200. Just on that, just letting people know straight away, 200 episodes. We're going to celebrate that by Tuesday coming up. We're going to be doing a live show at 6 p.m.
Yeah. So when we say live show, a live stream.
A live stream, yes, yeah.
So everyone can watch. Everyone is invited. It's a big bumper episode. Loads going on. Special guests. Loads of different things happening. It's going to be very exciting.
Live?
It's
live, which is worrying for Dom, isn't it?
Yeah.
We might have
Can't
to
edit anything out.
Afterwards, maybe.
Yeah, we can probably trim some things.
I think we'll drip feed you in.
Okay.
And ask you, please don't say some of the words you
We'll
you often
script your
say.
stuff before you come in.
Okay.
Because people at home don't see what gets edited out, do they?
No, they don't.
Certain things that are coming up on the episode, the live episode, is going to be Joe versus Joe making a return.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have exclusive footage from our bus pull, which we'll talk about that in a second.
Bussy.
And we're going to be doing the 9 out of 10 club, World Cup draw.
Because that's going to be a new feature going forward post 200, isn't it?
Yes.
As we go into the 200s, the 9 out of 10 World Cup is where we get all of the 9 out of 10 club entries. And basically,
You're hungry just here. You're starving just talking about it.
They battle it out against each other to work out what is the best food of all time.
Yeah.
How many entries have we got overall?
So we got 68 different entries.
Which is fantastic.
I've got to thank Yana Leon, who is one of our patrons. She went back and watched all of the Tuesday episodes, skipped to the last 10 minutes, and found the list.
In terms of watch time for our YouTube channel, though, algorithmic nightmare.
Is it really?
So while she may have helped us out content-wise, we are plummeting in the ratings but now people think that the first 45 minutes of every episode is shit.
Let's play a game. Okay. Numbers 1 between 68. Shout a number. I'll tell you what got in. 12. That was cheesy beans on toast.
Oh my God! What
Ethan, shout me your number.
Food.
I'm gonna say, Drew, 59.
59 was Thai green curry.
Oh, it's a beauty. She's a beauty. She is a beauty. Can I shout a number out?
Yeah.
20.
20, bang on. Ethan's pigs in blankets.
Oh yeah, they were.
When was that? I don't remember that.
In a Tupperware.
My pigs and blankets.
Yeah, you must have
in a Tupperware.
Yeah, remember that.
Oh wow, that's good. I don't think I've ever made them before.
Ethan, you've got a lot of shout-outs here because your dad's ginger cake is in at 36.
Yeah, unbelievable that my
wow.
mum's pumpkin pie didn't get in.
That's unfortunate.
I've got some extra data on this. I've dived into the stats a little bit further, and I've ranked it by the type of foods that occur the most often in that.
Wow.
So I've asked ChatGPT, I've imported the list, and I've asked it to break down the foods that are in the 9 out of 10 club by food type. So do you want to know the most often occurring food type?
100%.
Sandwiches and wraps.
Sandwiches and wraps, really?
There are 10 different sandwiches and wraps in there. And that includes duck and pancakes, fat pat sandwich, the Greg's steak bake, which I think may be a sort of a bit of an error there because I wouldn't call that a sandwich or a wrap. But then there's 5 or 6 different types of burger, steak
amazing.
sandwiches in there. Number 2, and this does surprise me, confectionery and desserts. 9 different confectionaries and desserts in there.
That include what? Because there's chipsticks in there, because I'm team chipstick.
The peanut butter cup, the chocolate orange, the Krispy Kreme donut, refreshers, drumsticks, squashes, which all 3, by the way, made by the same company. Something's going on there, some sort of insider trading. Even though you went to visit their factory, all of a sudden there's 3 different things going on. Then chicken-related items, brackets general, snacks and crisps with 7, Indian and Asian items is 5.
They're doing well for themselves.
Then only 4 different types of pizza. Only 3 beverages, which I think needs addressing.
Really?
I think there are more than 3 9 out of 10 beverages. So
like
maybe that's something we can look at as we go forward. But we'll put the list out on Patreon so you can look through every single one, and we'll keep it up to date ourselves from now on. But it's a big episode 200 where we're going to start the draw for the Club World Cup, the 9 out of 10 World Cup.
That 68 needs to become 32. So get into what we'll do is we'll put it someone on social media on Friday where you can say what your favourite is out of that list.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what will make the big 3-2. And maybe us as a group can look at the list and put forward one or two of our favourites.
Well, I think we should all have a couple of sort of reverse vetoes. The golden buzzer and...
Really?
Yeah, so we can send it straight to the group stages. Because for me...
What would you send straight to the group stages?
Water. Gotta be. And I think it might need my help.
Do you know what? I can see a real battle between poppadoms and duck and pancakes.
Yeah, it's huge.
I can see
It's huge.
I wouldn't know. Ethan, what would you pick there? Poppadoms or duck and pancakes?
I think the poppadom for me just helps make the meal. The duck and pancakes in itself is a staple piece. So
Absolutely.
I'd go duck and pancakes.
Unbelievable. I think poppadom might be the best food of all time. So this, by the way, when we do this, is to crown the first ever 10 out of 10 food.
Oh yeah.
That's the outcome.
We didn't know that before just then. Joe has nailed it.
The brain's always working, Joe. The brain's always working.
Is there a live prize draw for one of the viewers on Tuesday?
Well, no, because that's when the World Cup starts. The World Cup doesn't end for weeks yet. It's going to be like the full.
But because it's a 200th episode, surely there should be a prize, like a PS3 for someone.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll give someone a PS3.
Or like a DS, a Nintendo DS.
I've got an old Xbox One that
Give away.
If I can get the front plate back on it, we can probably give that away.
I can get a PS3 for 55 quid.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused. I think is the food item attached to a slopper? So do they also go through the group stages?
No. You just put forward some of your favourites.
Okay.
Can you do a community post? Because I've been doing a few of those at the moment. It's very good. Where you put all the 68 items and people vote on them. Or
that is literally
exactly
what I said about.
Just said
was it 2-3 minutes ago, Dom?
I wasn't listening.
Great.
Stick with it.
Yeah, wonderful. So keep an eye on that. Also, me, Ethan, and Joe, and two other surprise guests. One of them being a listener who plays American football called Tyrone. And the
He sounds perfect for what we're about to do.
Yeah. And another surprise guest on Thursday who've already done this. We are pulling a bus through Manchester. Ethan, very excited for this?
Yes, if I'm free, I'll be very excited, Joe.
Yeah, it's still a little bit up in the air in terms of Ethan getting the time off work. We do have other videos to film around it. When you brought it to the table, I didn't know it was a weekday during work hours. But we'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
It hasn't happened yet.
So do we need an extra person? Anyway, forget about that. If you want to donate, we're trying to just get a couple £100. It's Sloppy Joe's Bus Pull. There'll be exclusive content coming to our Patreon, and I'll put a link to our Just Giving below. If you want to see us dragging a bus through Manchester, it's a single decker, but equivalent to 2 elephants. The weight.
Although the problem with an elephant is, if he wants to go the other way, you're not really going to stop it. This bus has got no choice. Handbrake off.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not really equivalent to 2 elephants,
Speaking of elephants, do you ever think that in a zoo, when they do ultrasounds for the animals, do you ever think that a group of the zookeepers doing an ultrasound on an elephant, what do you think the chances are that one of the funny guys in the group has ever said in that situation, can we just talk about the elephant in the womb?
It's like looking in the mirror.
Very good.
It's like looking in the mirror. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I did think of that beforehand, and I wrote it down.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You've done very well for that to come up.
Yeah, I have done.
Can Ethan borrow that for his stand-up?
No, because I'll have it for my stand-up.
Oh,
it's 2 stand-up kings on the Sloppy Joes
Queens.
I love that.
How is your stand-up coming along, Ethan?
I think I've got 3 jokes.
Okay. So which ones have we heard so far? We've heard
just got one, I
the
think.
grooming one. We've heard about that. We've also heard the one about how you look or something.
I beg your pardon?
I don't think that was. I think that was what you just told me behind closed doors.
And there's the one about a man holding some cutlery whilst doing a dance and having a sing song.
What's this one?
Have I not said that one?
No,
You told me it privately. That's the one I thought you meant.
I've not heard this.
Oh,
It sounds funny.
Well,
Go on.
so
actually, wait a sec.
Oh, here we go. Fuck me.
Coming up.
Oh no, Drew! I feel a lot of pressure.
Welcome to the stage. He's a new comedian, but he's a very funny guy. I know him personally. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, cougher in the crowd.
Yeah, monkeypox.
Trying to put you off, Ethan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Give a big Sloppy Joe's round of applause to Ethan James, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan James, woo!
I saw a man the other day.
What?
Shut up.
If you can't keep
get
your mouth shut,
kicked
you'll get
out.
out.
Saw a man the other day. A very strange man, I must say. For he was holding some cutlery, doing a silly dance, singing a song, and popping some champagne.
Wow.
Ooh.
He was indeed and he was also, I must say, he was using a Walkman.
Yeah. Relevant.
Yeah, he was, I must say, a walkie-talkie, forky-corky guy doing the karaoke while singing. I did it wrong. Oh, come on!
What is the punchline? He was a walkie-talkie, forky-sporky.
Karaoke, okie cokey, summer. Blokey.
And what? Right, brilliant.
And that's it.
Woo,
and
love you!
But then we gave you an extra line at the end. So if the crowd love it or they don't love it, what do you say at the end?
I say,
Fuck off.
Oh, I don't say fuck off.
No?
I'll say, what was it again?
Come on.
It was something like okie dokie.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's nice. That's
Little
nice.
tickler at the end just to get him in and
You've
out.
got a third one.
So that one's great.
That's great, I
Obviously,
love that.
It does rely on you remembering it, but I think there's something in that.
You always have to remember stuff.
I just need to. I've always had a terrible memory.
Oh, here we go.
Actually.
Straight into the joke. I love it.
Yeah, he's got a new memory.
no.
New joke. New joke.
Ladies and gentlemen,
New
right,
joke.
let me just
New
let
joke.
me get you back in again. Ladies and gentlemen, he had to nip to the toilet after his last joke. Didn't
No.
go very well because he forgot some of the words,
No.
but he's back now. He's still got wet hands from washing them. Ethan James,
Well,
big round of applause. Back to the stage, Ethan James.
No, you see, the thing is, I hadn't wrote the other joke yet. I just said it once. So you have to
okay.
forgive me for that. I was just going to talk about my memory. I don't think I've got any more jokes. What do you call a rabbit when you pour hot water down its rabbit hole?
Injured.
A hot cross bunny. That's probably all I've got.
Fuck me.
James, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back next week.
Brilliant.
Brilliant stuff. We're well on the way to a 5-minute set there, Ethan.
Oh, that really ruined my confidence. That.
No, don't worry about it. We'll workshop some stuff.
We can sort that.
I don't think that should have been seen yet.
The hot cross. No. This is great.
people won't be
This is
laughing,
perfect. Because also the people in the audience at whatever venue you do won't have watched this probably.
Yeah, probably not.
So this is basically like a workshop space.
Oh yeah.
I think the first joke that you told, which was that one again the other week.
The mustache, the grooming one.
Yeah, the grooming. There's something in that.
Yeah.
The
There's
okie dokie karaoke smoky tokey blokey. I think there's a joke in there. I think that's a funny little piece.
I was going to hold
that
up a
suits-
picture of the man as well, created by AI.
Huh? What?
Yeah, better. Cool.
Great.
That's good. I think there's a joke in that. The hot cross bunny, it feels like something I've read
No,
off the
I just did
ice
that
cream
now.
stick.
That was just to keep things going.
Yeah.
Did you hear the number one joke from the Edinburgh Fringe?
Oh, did you see these?
I did. I quite enjoyed
Should
the
we
number
read
one.
through these?
I don't often like the.
I like the ones before the number one.
Yeah,
more than
but I think number one was actually okay this
It was
year.
all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I often read some of them and go, "How has that got to number
Yeah,
one?"
God, I think it depends on the set, doesn't
I
it?
also think it depends on, and I've heard that you can pay to get into the top 10.
Oh, obviously you can't you?
Your
You know,
PR
money's
people
going
have got-
round
yeah.
Edinburgh. My friend who inherited £500 million from his dead dad and dead mum went to Edinburgh recently.
Stop!
And then he-
Stop!
I've told you about this.
500 million.
Yeah, his dad was a billionaire and he's got a brother, so I'm, you know.
Yeah, you do the math, dipshit.
Yeah,
Sorry, don't know.
I
what
just-
I said.
Does he sponsor the pod?
Sorry.
I don't know.
What does he get out of that?
Friendship.
Oh no. Yeah. But he's got a production company.
No.
But his great great grandmother was Pocahontas because his great great grandfather was John Rolfe, and did he capture and rape her?
Oh, great. This is why you can't come live on the show, Don.
Yeah.
You
But
can't just
anyway,
accuse
they went
people of
they went to Edinburgh, and he said, "Do you want to come?" And he was like, and he jokingly said, "Oh no, you won't be able to come because we're getting a flat that's worth $1 million or something like that," and then laughed, and then they didn't invite me.
Okay,
What was
so
the number
the top
one joke?
15.
It's some wild story, that, wasn't it?
Should we do the top 10?
Yeah. Oh, actually, just do top 5. I can't have done a jokes.
You don't like jokes?
No, but I enjoy it, but Ethan's hot cross bunny once done me in.
No, that's all right.
wasn't a real joke.
That's on the list. That was just a mess about. That was a joke.
Sorry,
of a joke.
I don't
That
know what's real
you
and
don't
what's
get
not these days.
It's sort of anti-humour. It's part of his routine. Okay, number 5. I love the Olympics. My friend and I invented a new type of relay baton. Well, he came up with the idea and I ran with it.
Great.
Love
Got
that.
a joke for me.
Do you like that
6
one?
out of 10.
I've read them already.
I know you have, but do you like it though?
Yes,
Play along.
No, I wasn't asking you to laugh.
I can't. Do you want me to laugh again?
No,
can
I
laugh again.
asked if you liked it.
I've told you I like them.
All of them equally.
yeah.
No.
6
comment
out of
on any
10.
extras.
I don't
Okay.
actually like the first one more than the other one.
But you thought that one was alright.
Yeah, it's good.
Did you like that one, Ethan?
Oh, yeah, great.
Why are you writing
yeah.
that one down? Why have you got a pen in your hand?
Yeah, you write that down. You can't steal that.
Just have all these.
I can't.
Number 4. I sailed through my driving test. That's why I failed it.
Brilliant. That's okay.
Very
5 out of
good.
10.
Very, very good. May
for
I
me,
read
though.
one?
Yeah. Number 3 then.
Because I think you're missing the delivery a little bit. Ate horse at a restaurant once. Wasn't great. Starter was all right, but the main was dreadful.
I don't get that one.
The mane of a horse.
Made of a horse.
Could have been like how I-
Next.
Well, sorry, do you still not get it? Or you just don't think
What's the
it's
mane of a horse? Its body. What is the mane of a horse?
the bit of hair that goes down its neck.
Oh, that's shit, innit? Who'd eat hair?
Well, that's what he's saying. It's
Next.
dreadful. Number 2. I've been taking salsa lessons for months. See, when I read that first time, I thought this is going to be something about
Tomato sauce.
Yeah,
tomato,
yeah.
onion, and avocado.
Avocado.
But I just don't feel like I'm progressing. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's all.
That's
very
No,
good.
it's all right. It's all right. I've heard it before.
have you?
I don't think I've heard this number 1 before.
I think you're
laugh.
going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Number 1 was great. Number 1 was great.
Number 1. This is from Mark Simmons. I was going to sail around the globe in the world's smallest ship, but I bottled it.
Great. I love it.
Oh, that works 2 ways, doesn't it?
Why? What's the?
I didn't think it meant the ship going in the little bottle. I thought it meant when people throw bottles at ships.
I don't think the second one is anything to do with the joke.
But
But that's a ship-related thing.
Yeah, it is,
People
yeah.
throw
Smashing a
bottles at
bottle over the
ships.
ship to set it off.
Oh, I like it even more now.
Do you think?
No, I don't know if the second meaning's got anything to do with the joke. I think he just. I've never heard of someone bottling a ship.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I didn't think it was funny initially, because it's a very kind of.
Ethan,
not
have you
many
heard of
people-
anyone?
Not many people
If I was
know
on a
about-
ship and someone started levering bottles, I'd
If you
go,
had
what the
a,
fuck's
if you had
going
a
on
super
here?
yacht and people were christening the ship or Queen Elizabeth II, they get a big bottle on a rope and they swing it at the ship.
Have you heard of this, Ethan?
I've not heard of this, but what I was really enjoying was how low your voice got every more confused you got.
He got
what?
more- he got-
A bottle on the ship.
No way.
Not on my vessel.
It's a good joke, though. They're all
list,
good.
good
They are all
list.
good. Well done.
Right, Dom, how have you been, mate?
Wait,
I bet you've been really well.
Hit the jingle.
What have I done this week?
What have I done this week?
What have I done this week?
It's a diary.
Diary
It's a diary of a freak.
of a freak.
Hit the jingle. Actually, I need to make a new jingle. We're getting complaints.
Why?
Because that old one's awful.
Is it? Will you sort that?
I'll sort that. You've just listened to a brand new jingle from me. Hope you liked it. Dom, mate.
How are you, Dom?
Been a cheery week.
Really, really well.
This.
Onwards.
No.
Okay, let's get into the poem.
No, we can't just
We've
skip
got half
to
an hour
poems.
left here.
Oh, right,
You're
sorry.
English.
How many times have you got?
this
18
week-
minutes.
This week I've had maybe a dozen or so
Yeah, I've had 6.
people reach out to me
Yeah, people are very nice. I
through
forget that
different means,
human beings are
asking
quite
how
nice.
you are
Yeah,
after a
I'm
video you
wonderful.
posted on your YouTube channel.
And I don't think we
My
should
video's
skirt past
okay.
it, even if there's no humour
No,
in
because
it.
we always do this. I'm fine.
Well, what was the video
What's
first?
last
I've
time?
had lots of support. I've had lots of nice messages of people, more than I deserve.
100 new subscribers.
Very
That we
good.
help
That's all.
monetize.
I mean, the video's obviously fake. I'm weeping because I can do that on cue, and it was a ploy for me to actually find out the algorithm to see what would get me more subscribers. Because the end goal obviously is monetization, so
kill
I can
yourself.
live in my room off raps. I'm really how I am. The most concerning thing about me is, I was joking about eating wraps all the time. I'm really badly addicted to eating wraps.
Really?
How many wraps are we talking, and what's in them?
Get through about 8 a night.
8 a night?
Tortillas.
Mate.
The way you said,
Yeah, get 'em.
tortillas.
I think the positives are you've still not drunk yet. Again.
Yep. Look at how clear I look.
Yeah, you look great.
You can see the whites of my eyes.
Wraps
That's tortilla that's got stuck under your eyelids. That's why it's so crispy
I
and
had to
white.
cut them out in mini cookie cutters and go like that,
Yeah,
like
you were-
contact
you were-
lenses. Yeah.
Like that. Just putting them in over the sink.
Yeah.
Wraps aren't too bad for you, are they? Well, it depends
No, these are bad.
What do you do? Why are they still the ham and cheese ones?
Yeah, but
Sour cream.
I've got a system now which makes it more deranged and neurotic. And I kind of walk with a certain passion on the way to Tesco's, like
How far is the Tesco's from your house?
probably 10 minutes, but I've really got it in my brain. I can taste that salad cream.
Talk us through it.
Okay,
You're leaving
I'll
the
try
door.
and I relive the door.
Have you got pants on?
No, I've got these shorts on. These short
You've not
shorts.
really taken those shorts and boots off for about a month.
No, that's true. I get them off the floor, covered it with all the detritus of wraps and butter and things. So I go to Tesco's. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to the butter section first. I've downgraded the Lurpak from the packet, the plastic packet, to the foil hard.
Can I say, surely you're not buying one of them a day?
Every couple of days, yeah.
Right, okay, good. If you're getting through a packet a day,
Yeah,
that's
but the
beating my
thing I
record.
do is I eat all the wraps and the all leftover salad cream, Lurpak, ham and cheese and whatnot and crisps. I look at it and it's like a murder after you've killed a woman or something, and you go,
It has to be a woman.
what have I done? What have I done? And you gather it all up. I'm like in a frenzy. Gather it all up. I put it in the Tesco bag. It came in, like wrap it up really tight, and then just go.
Yeah. Do
I
you?
don't want to see it
burn
anymore.
it
I don't
No,
wanna
he
see
rolls it. He rolls it all up.
don't
Then
wanna
he puts
see
a brick on it,
Yeah.
and then throws it in the canal. If you go to the canal near his house, there's about 40
Just
carrier
floating-
bags full of cheese,
Floating cheese
salad
wrappers.
cream, and Lurpak.
I'll try and
all
go
buried
through the
in bricks.
list of what I get to get it over with. Lurpak and a tin foil thing because it's less money, but that wasn't the concern. Leerdemmer light because it actually tastes better than Leerdemmer full fat. The last couple of times I've been getting those salami selections, those Italian German.
Folks who've left ham behind.
Nope, ham as well.
Oh!
Salad cream, but I downgraded that to Tesco salad cream, but it's not the same. Then big tortilla wraps from Tesco's, then the small tortilla wraps from Tesco's, just in case I run out of the big tortilla wraps from Tesco's. And I get it all out on my desk, and I get the crinkle cut Tesco crisps.
Oh, they're amazing, by the
I
way.
put them all on, and the Leerdemmer and the cheese and everything, and the SAD lamp, the SAD lamp, seasonal affective disorder lamp, burning on me with my shirt off,
You
my
use that
stomach,
to melt the Leerdemmer,
just
don't
like
you?
grease all over my shirt, and I'm looking at YouTube like that, and I'm just got it all out. Not even a plate, and there's lots of crumbs in my keyboard and
wrapped as a
everything.
plate?
I'm just like, it's like I'm sparking up. It's like I'm getting it in.
Do you think this
I'm
is?
rolling all up. Yes, it's a replacement for alcohol.
Do you ever hear, Dom?
No.
And he's sliding off. He's like dragging the bed over, like there's a dead body in there. Or have you ever seen that scene on The Mask where he's got all that money in his closet, and he opens the closet and it all just slides out, and he's like pushing it in and trying to shut the door.
moving it away.
Dom's like
Exactly.
sliding it all under the desk, crumbs everywhere, little
No,
mini Hoover USB.
the last time
plug
that
in.
happened was when I was fingering my girlfriend when I was about 16.
It's like, oh my
In my bed,
Sometimes things
in my
just
bed
happen
in
on
my,
this podcast.
In my bed in my room.
Yeah,
And my mum, she knows she's got supersonic hearing.
I think it's the smell.
She's got supersonic hearing.
Yeah, she can hear.
What could she hear?
She can hear They've recently got this supersonic thing for cats outside to warn them off. My mum can hear it all the time.
So she knocks on the door. Someone making mac and cheese
No, she
in
went,
there.
Do you want a potato? Do you want a baked potato?
But she,
Like 2 o'clock in the
do you think
afternoon.
she knew what you were doing?
No, she didn't know what I was doing, but I'm sure she could imagine.
Oh Christ!
Yeah.
And
So-
why did we even bring that up?
The frantic
Oh,
panic.
right.
So what did you do that day?
No, thank you.
He's still like going for it. Or
Yeah.
were you good when you like? How long did it take you to get your technique right?
What, raps?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got the wraps. Are you doing like a make one, eat one, or are you doing a make
No,
four?
I didn't make one, eat one.
Yeah.
And then
That's
after,
sadder,
but I.
isn't it?
Oh, no!
Fuck's sake! We've never
but
had a
no, no.
spillage.
A lot. Sip from the fucking can or something. Get a petite. Oh.
Every time he comes in, he chucks fucking liquids all over the floor. Yeah, go on. Yeah, no.
Right, Dom spilled his iced coffee.
He stood on the
Christ.
table. Other foot, lift it up.
It's absolutely rank, this. I have no idea what's going on. Now that's cleared up, Dom, do you want to tell us about anything else? You've been away this weekend?
Yeah, I went to London again, and I was walking through Petticoat Lane and Spitalfields, and I was walking through East London, and I was just kind of minding my own business, having a nice time, and then I walked past Brick Lane, and I didn't clock that. Well, I did clock that I used to live there, but I walked past the exact apartment building I used to live in.
Many memories in there?
Many memories. We used to live next to this Australian couple called Cash, he was called, and he owned the espresso shop down the road.
Pat Cash?
Not Pat Cash, but he was called Cash.
First name, surname?
First name. And
Bold. What's his surname?
Pat.
Carry on.
And he was about 40 at the time, and we just lived there, and I lived with my friend and his girlfriend, which was a huge, huge mistake.
Why?
Because she was crazy and he was okay, but she was fucking crazy and a violinist, and she throws plates everywhere, and she was so strung up on him earning money and stuff.
Strings.
And
Strings. Strung up. Violins.
very good. And it all turned into a disaster very, very, very quickly. Because I used to eat big packs of those McCoys in my rooms. There's a theme here, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I used to play
Hungry boy.
StarCraft 2.
Oh,
and she used to bring,
I remember when that came out.
She used to bring her parents round all the time like it was her flat. Anyway, we had a Christmas party once, and we had a big Christmas tree up, and Cash came round and invited. And he was absolutely pissed off his head. And her mum and everyone was round, and they're very conservative, very like prissy family.
Oh, yeah.
And after a while, we just go, "Where's Cash? Where's Cash?" And he'd be in the corner, and he was trying to deep throat this Christmas tree, like on the top of it, going like that, like with his hands.
Getting up? Really?
Yeah. And they were all just astounded and said, "It was Cash, I think you should leave." He's going, "No, I think," in an Australian accent, "you should leave. You should leave."
Really?
There was like a baby there and things. And then he was like, "Come on, everyone, let's have a competition and we can get this Christmas tree further down the throat. I think you can get it further down your throat to, yeah."
Pointing at her mum.
And there was a time, and it will bring back all the sad memories about when I had long hair and a
That's a
beard.
sad memory. That sounds quite fun.
I'd love that.
That was
For a
good.
Christmas tree.
I enjoyed it. And then they had a baby and they moved away. And but I wore a tuxedo once and I had long hair, and I was doing a concert at the Royal College of Music. And I used to put because my hair went out here. It wasn't contained to my head. It wasn't like yours. It was like
Mine does that until it's very long.
this.
Yeah.
And someone had told me somewhere, it was my first time away from home. I didn't really know what I was doing about how to take care of myself. On my first day there, I used to eat mackerel in the morning.
Mackerel in the morning.
Toast.
You're eating mackerel.
Mackerel on
in the
toast. Would it be
morning.
the tomato sauce one, or would you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was my
delicious.
first day photo day.
It's a good meal, actually.
You know,
Good
the
breakfast.
first photo day of the new university, where everyone waits in a line, you get your photo for your ID card.
Yeah.
And I got up to the podium where we were all taking a picture, and someone was like, "You've got something in your hair. You've got something in your hair." And it was mackerel in the morning. And everyone was there looking
So
at
how
me.
did you eat? Is it because you used to eat it Shamu style,
Well-
where you'd get someone to throw the mackerel in the air and grab it out of the sky, and occasionally you'd miss it and it'd get caught in your hair? How did you get mackerel in your hair?
I don't know. I really
How
don't
much
know.
was in there?
Quite a lot, and people were concerned about that. And then when we were all in the hall about introducing the different keyboard people in the hall. So they had the keyboardist, you had the harpsichordist, and we were the organists. So there was about four of us, and it was me with my mackerel hair that people already knew, and everyone had already been talking about it.
Yeah.
There was this big-arsed Swedish girl with pink braids.
How big?
Who was very good, very nice.
No.
She used to sit on the organ stool, and we always used to be like behind. And but she was mad.
Jealous of the
She
stool.
was mad. And
It sounds like-
Why are they mad? I think you might be mad.
Well, we know
she was
he.
married, not mad.
Oh, I thought you
married,
said mad.
married.
I thought you said mad. But
And the
also,
head
we
of
know
the, head of the
he's
keyboard
mad.
department was like, "Okay, the pianist stand up, harpsichordist stand up. Great, nice
Joe
to
would have
meet
stood
you.
up then for the pianist.
Organist stand up," and we all stood up. And mackerel hair. This woman with a fat ass, and then this guy called I can't remember his name actually, but it was something like Lightfoot or something. And then
Mackerel. Gordon Lightfoot.
the ugliest woman I've ever seen with ginger hair, who used to suck everyone else off apart from me. And I always,
So maybe you would call her the
who's
ugliest woman
sucking
ever.
off old mackerel hair? You fucked
God
it.
knows what you got in your
Of course you didn't get sucked
exactly.
off.
I was so indignant about that for so
Tuna
many
pubes.
years, and I used to ask her about it. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? She would never tell me. And we all stood up. We all stood up, and the head of the department went, "You're an interesting-looking bunch, aren't you?"
Oh no, that's so cruel. You're an interesting-looking, but what did you make of that?
Yeah, it's very cruel.
Oh,
I thought,
fat ass mackerel hair, suck off,
Yes.
and Gordon Lightfoot.
She wasn't telling a lie though.
Can I ask you a question then? Where is everyone's? Because don't it's a lot about places that you lived that you haven't enjoyed. But where was your favourite place you've ever lived? And I'll ask you and
In the penthouse in Covent Garden.
Have we heard about this?
No, there's a lot of sucking off going off in my life, actually, now that you remind me of that.
Shame that you're usually sort of near it, but not a part of it.
Yeah, I'm usually
my
on
question.
looking onto it as well.
Question
Yeah.
again.
There's actually been more than one occasion where I've seen it occur. In that penthouse, there was a party, and the director for one of the shows, he had a huge terrace, huge balcony that overlooked Covent Garden. It was
Wow.
beautiful, and it was incidentally, it's the guy that inherited £500 million, and it's in the middle of the night, and we had actors, and the director was there, and he was this big fat guy. He was a great writer as well, actually, but this young, beautiful woman. And then I woke up during the middle of the night, and outside in the jacuzzi or whatnot, I saw like movement, and it's just all I saw was this big fat ass in the moonlight just thrusting into
Not her
this
from
woman's mouth.
Not the pianist. The organist from before.
No.
Thrusting in the woman's mouth.
I told him about it this morning.
That's
I
very
said,
front foot, isn't
I
it?
said, I think it's a bit rude him doing that at a party of yours. I think it's a bit.
what did that
She's
person
fully
say?
naked, yeah.
Yeah, just all credit to him. Then she got pregnant, and then they left. They left the company. I think they're divorced now.
Where's your favourite place you've lived, Joe?
Where I live now with
No, next.
beautiful girlfriend.
Okay, what's your second favourite place you've ever lived?
In terms of the place, I used to live in Salford Town Hall for a while. The old Salford Town Hall.
Where? What?
What the Salford? Do you know on Chapel Street?
Yeah.
Is it Chapel Street?
I don't know.
Out
I
of
can't
town
even
towards
think.
the university, Salford
Yeah,
University,
yeah.
Chapel Street. On the right there's a little courtyard, and at the back of the courtyard is the Salford Town Hall, or the old Salford Town Hall.
And you used to live there?
Yeah, and we've got number 1 Salford Town Hall. Beautiful wooden
For
floors. Yeah, when I was in uni. Floor to ceiling, stained glass windows.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous place. Me and my mate Lars used to live there.
Lars
There
Van
she
Trier.
goes.
Lars Van Trier, yeah. But there was also a pub on the corner.
The Oxford.
No, is it called the Oxford?
Is it the New Oxford?
The New Oxford, yes.
It's a fucking great boozer.
Beautiful little boozer. We used to sit in there and have beers and get drunk in there. But the building itself was gorgeous, really high ceilings,
Oh.
lovely. Although he used to work in a bar, or he always worked in bars.
Cocktail bar?
Yes. Do you know the Liars Club?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's shut down now. But he used to work in there. And it was probably the heaviest drinking time of our lives being in there.
You got to.
But it was like every morning I'd wake up to the smell of him having done a massive shit and vomited in the toilet. And because it was a big room, but do you know this where they there's a big old room, but instead of putting walls up, they install like a unit.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a kitchen unit with built-in bedrooms. So the walls were like not even paper thin, thinner than that. You could basically see through if there's a strong light the other side. So I could smell his shit from my bed.
Oh, fucking hell. Happy times, guys.
So I used to wake up and smell that. But this is Lars
That's
was
the best place you've ever lived.
it was fantastic. But Lars, he didn't finish uni, but he was like a really good mate. But he used to sort of he'd sort of sabotage himself with things. Like one time he was really late on this assignment, and they pushed him back. They gave him like an extra week, and then he was like, I need another. They gave him another week, and he hadn't done any of it. And it's due Friday 4 p.m. right? He stayed up from Wednesday afternoon, like he basically stayed up for 2 days or whatever.
Shit, I bet he was fucked.
Absolutely knackered, Red Bull, staying up, worked in it, finished it Friday at 12 p.m. All he had to do was just like go through it, tidy it up, got 2 hours to sort it. Just nipped out for a pint.
Oh, no! How is this even possible?
I'll just nip out for a quick pint because I'm basically done. He met some lad in the New Oxford, then ended up getting a bag of Coke, never submitted it, finished
Mad,
left
that's
uni that year.
absolutely crazy.
Quit, finish uni. Left.
Done.
He'd
Wild.
done it, he'd ran it. I saw it on his computer when I went in, it was there, it was
That's
done.
so mad.
So, you know what, I've got a couple hours left.
Do you still
I'll
keep
just have
up
a
to
quick
date with
pint
him?
and then we chat occasionally,
Is
but
he
he's
up
very
to?
difficult to get hold of. But a great guy.
On the road?
Really good. Yeah.
Ethan, where was your favourite place you lived?
I lived in Piccadilly Point. So
Where's this?
opposite Piccadilly Station, the big student building, the United Students building.
Oh yeah. Is this the one that's near Freight Island?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived on the first flat on the bottom floor. It's the Showflat.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Did they know you were there?
They did know I was there. We had some encounters with it being the Showflat, actually. So I was room B. So I was the very first flat and the very first room that wasn't the Showflat.
Yeah.
So you go, the Showflat is room A, and occasionally they'd leave it open, and then we'd get an extra room for a night or so.
Wow.
We've had mates like stay there before, and I think it was my mate Tom was staying there. I think with Trish, and the person was doing a showing, and they opened the door, and they just saw these two lads just in bed together, and they're like, "Who are you? Where do you live?" And they're like, "We're not from around here," even though they just lived upstairs.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Why didn't they just go to their own house then?
Just a bit of a laugh, get to sleep over.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, but I thought it was people like your mates from Newcastle who didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't know they actually lived in the building.
People upstairs.
That's brilliant.
I wish this is a story I could claim as my own, but Tom and Trish as well. So do you know the McDonald's hotel, which is directly opposite?
Yeah,
Peter
big
Pan?
curved one.
The McDonald's hotel?
Yeah, but it's not a full McDonald's. It's the McDonald kind of brand.
Oh, I was going to say, that would be...
I'd
Imagine
live
that.
there.
We'd stay there for a night.
100%.
Imagine that.
Well,
There's chips everywhere.
Nugget on the pillow when you walk in.
Nice.
Beautiful. Little mint nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead of
sorry.
shampoo, just barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Little spread.
Instead of hand towels, it's the tortilla wrap from the breakfast wraps. Dom would love that. Instead of armbands for the pool, bagel.
I do actually like those wraps. They're very good.
Bagels for 4 years.
I think the bagels might be back. Anyway, think on. It's a little face mask, but it's the flatbread from the bacon flatbread with.
You're
holes cut
obsessed
in it.
with flatbreads and bagels.
they go there and they see a wedding is going on. So this is just across the road. So the gate crashes. So what they do is they go back home, get the suits on. I'm not going to tell this story as well as they would. They get the suits on, and they're in, and they're having the dinner there.
No.
They're joining in the dancing and that. They're doing this like row the boat thing on the floor with the bride.
Yeah, I
and
know
that.
what tune that is. Yeah. Oops,
the-
upside your head.
And they're loving it, and it's like people are like thinking like, who are these gate crashers and whatever, and but no one says anything. They just assume someone must know them, and they got a picture I think with like the bride and like the groom and stuff, and then afterwards they put it on Facebook. Added the bride and the groom and said, "Hope you don't mind, but we had a great time." And they were like, "You cheeky little bastards! We didn't know you."
They wanted to get caught.
They
didn't
wanted to get.
Yeah, I think
They
at
were
the end
gagging
you'd
for
want to
it.
get caught because otherwise it's a crime that you've just sort of got away with. You like this sort of
Isn't that the whole point?
It depends. A real crime probably you want to get away with just sneaking in.
Apparently, most serial killers get caught because they keep goading
Goading.
the
Goda.
Prosecutor.
Yeah.
On that then, who do you think out of us four would be best at getting away with murder?
Oof, Christ.
Me.
No.
No, you're number one suspect.
If I was on CCTV, people would be like, "Can you describe the person who committed that murder?" And
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, he's very interesting.
Hourglass-shaped head.
Yeah, and if there was a lineup, they'd go, "Can you spot who did it?" And they'd be like, "That guy."
And you're like,
That guy, definitely.
with a wrap.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a weird one. With a wrap like that, covered in salad cream.
Not me. Maybe if you'd be all right, Joe, if you go under the radar a little bit.
But I think it's about how you conduct the murder, because CCTV is only one small part of it, isn't it?
Oh, you have to think about it. 100 years ago, you'd be too sweet, you'd be fine.
Before
How
DNA
did they catch
and cameras?
Jack the Ripper?
They
They
didn't.
didn't.
Famously,
I thought we
they
knew
didn't.
him.
No, they didn't catch
What,
it.
Wait, did you know who it is?
why did they call him Jack then?
What?
I thought, why did we call him Jack? We
Don't know.
don't know who it is.
Don't know actually.
It's like Tom Jones, isn't it? Or
The Welsh singer called Tom
who
Jones.
we-
Tommy,
do now?
or like John Smith.
Joe
or,
Blogs.
Who's John Smith? The booze.
Joe Blogs,
Bitter.
by the way, what's the name of my
even
blog?
like it's like Tommy.
Robinson.
Literally sent a note to the police naming himself Jack the Ripper.
Oh,
Sweet. So he must have been close.
they never caught the Zodiac killer,
No.
even though he sent loads of letters.
Yeah,
Have you seen the film?
No.
Absolutely terrifying.
is it?
Yeah, there's one scene in it that gets me every single time. I think I'm desensitized to most on-screen violence these days, but there's one scene in that every time I see the clip on YouTube, I've got it on.
Stop watching
I've
it.
got it saved, and I just watch it, repeat. I don't know, but anytime it comes on, every time I search for it and watch it, horrible.
What would us four be like in a big house together, Dom?
I just stay in my room.
If we live with us three?
Yeah, if the kitchen was dirty, I'd be really annoyed. I
It wouldn't
hate
be.
that.
I don't think any of us would
really
keep a
hate
particularly
that.
dirty kitchen.
No.
You sound like a dirty boy, though, considering you don't clean up your bedroom.
I'm not.
You go in his room and it would be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, the room's... it's actually not that bad. I remember your old flat was a shit tip.
All right, don't have a go at me.
Any of us living... Actually, any man living alone when he's young is a shit tip.
Yeah,
You didn't clean your bed sheets for 9 months. I remember that.
Yeah, but that's because I got into him clean.
I'll blame your flatmate then. The kitchen was a bit of a mistake.
And at a certain point, the skin sort of looks after you.
If we went to your flat right now, Ethan, is it clean?
Living room is spotless. My bed isn't made. The kitchen, I've got yesterday's tea still on a tray. So
What, you didn't eat it?
sorry, the leftover plates.
Hang on a sec, you were telling me the other day about what you've been having for dinners, because I know Joe's big into your meals.
I love Ethan's food
Tell
diaries.
Joe, I can't wait to see Joe's reaction to this. Tell Joe what you've been eating for dinner most nights in the last couple of weeks.
I'd say over the last 8 days, I'd probably say I've had it 3 times, so just less than 50%.
It's a lot for the same meal.
Yeah, I've been having just berries and yogurt for tea. Just berries and...
Like,
Do you not
like
crave
someone's
anything-
rehabilitating a squirrel.
Do you not
at a
crave
sanctuary.
anything savoury?
I do. It's just I need to. It's cheap. It's easy. It's easy is probably the reason. I could get me blueberries and me raspberries shared packet. I think that's like something like either 150 or £2, and then you can get your little yogurt from the Sainsbury's own brand yogurt for again like 150. You can get a couple of meals out of that yogurt.
But just...
And then...
Oh, sorry, go on.
So that means I've got half a yogurt left, I've just realised. That's good.
So,
It's tea-soid.
you say that the ease of it is the main factor in this.
Yeah.
But then there are like loads of foods that are just as easy. That like a meal deal, for instance, is
Yeah.
more akin to a usual dinner. It's just as easy.
But it's not good. It's not good for you, Joe.
But what, just yogurt and fruit is particularly
It's
good.
better for you than the meal deal with
Do you
all
think?
those with all those chemicals in. What I was gonna say is as well.
Yep.
I just forgot.
Good luck.
No, wait.
You know why?
Oh, wait.
Because your short-term memory's been absolutely blasted by having dairy and fruit for dinner.
I've remembered. So some nights I might be planning to have fruit and yogurt.
What was that? Sorry.
Planning to have fruit and yogurt.
Yeah.
And then, if I'm lucky enough, I check Yaya's on Uber Eats, which is the biryani place that I get that often does 40% off their own products, and Uber Eats does a discount further as well. Well, I've not been getting the Uber Eats discount. Anyway, they do their discounts on Yaya's, and yesterday I was in luck because they did their rice and 3 meats dish. £12 was buy one get one free.
Wow.
So I bought one for £12, and then I had the other one for lunch today.
That's better.
That's good.
So it's £6 a meal.
It's in existence in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair, it's better than what he's eating.
Yeah.
So that only leaves 2 of us to trumpet.
Well, is your because you've got a new hobby? Is that got anything to do with food?
It sometimes does. I've got a new hobby.
What is
You're
it?
going to love it.
I love it.
Nectar Points.
Oh fuck.
Oh, yeah.
hell.
Have you got your credit card?
My new hobby is Nectar Points.
Right. Okay.
I'm obsessed with it. Because I like video games, you see. We play video games together
Don't
sometimes.
bring that up.
What?
I mourn that period. I mourn that week. It was a nice week.
What happened?
Why do you mourn it
We
then?
were playing a game together.
We used to play
playing
Elden Ring
together, and we all I'd hear when I got home. I wasn't home. I was always home. When he got home, it was the Discord. He was going do 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 do, and I'd pick up the Discord thing, feeling wanted. I go on, and all I'd hear is Elden Ring.
We just say that. We just text each other the word Elden, and then the other one would reply with ring if they were available. Or they would
And you
reply
missed
with
that
word.
time.
I missed that.
It was lovely. But it was you who stopped playing.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. You said, I think I'm done with this game. It's
No,
too sad
you
for
stopped
me."
playing it a little bit. It was quite sad. I did play 70 hours in about 3 days.
Yeah.
But
But anyway,
Okay.
so I like video games.
Yeah.
But I've thought, Nectar Points are basically like a video game, but in real life, and the rewards are like cash.
Is it Sainsbury's Nectar Points?
Yes.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
but
So you don't- do you buy
there's so much more to it than just Nectar Points.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
Have you ever heard of the word Avios?
No.
Great! It's part of the British Airways rewards scheme.
You're obsessed with flights and rewards and stuff like that.
But here's the thing, there's so much more to it than
You
this.
keep saying that.
Every time, right? You gain Nectar Points by buying things at Sainsbury's. Seems simple, right?
Wrong.
Every single Friday they release their weekly special rewards. So if you buy 5 fair trade bananas, you get 30 extra nectar points. If you buy
Necro points,
necro points for the living dead. No, if you buy their on the vine tomatoes, 30 extra nectar points. You also can get 3 times nectar points on your next shop. So you put the rewards in, but you have to do that manually. Then what you can do is you can trade your nectar points that you're building up by buying all these special offers. And you can trade them at a 1-to-4 ratio with British Airways Avios points. So what you do is you get your Nectar Points, you transfer them over. But also within Avios, which is the British Airways thing.
Yes, I've heard of British.
Yeah, they do special deals. So let's say if you go to My Protein, I need some extra protein. I can get every £1 spent on My Protein, I can get 7 British Airways points.
Oh, it's so wild.
What's going to happen is, basically, by my maths, every 15 to 20 years, I'll be able to get a round the world flight almost free.
That's pretty good.
Do you know what I mean?
Why are you planning on going around the world next year?
Yeah, well, it's going to be too early for that. But what we can do is, so then we can and then obviously you can spend those points on flights, or I can upgrade to business class. I'm so in love with it. I'm so in love with it. If you need anything from Pets at Home, just got a dog. I think that's 2 to 1.
How is the dog, by the way?
They don't care about the dog. She's literally a means for me to spend money at Pets at Home to get more Avios
I didn't think
points.
they'd ask you, how's your dog?
By the way, if anyone in here buys anything from Gail's Bakery,
I do.
from My Protein,
Nope.
from some insurance companies that I've never heard of, or NordVPN, I'll buy it for you and you can transfer me the money, because I am a points-based boy at the moment. It's basically like a real sort of
credit card.
Yes, I ain't got the credit card hasn't arrived yet. That's the extra element to all this. I'm so into it, Joe. No one's ever been into a credit card this much. Because if you think about it,
what is your obsession? Why do you think you've got this obsession?
Because
with it?
it's like a puzzle game. But the rewards, instead of it just going diddling, you've got to level 5 on the Nintendo DS. It's diddling, you can go to Belgium for free. Do you know what I mean? It's like
How
a video
many
game.
points does one need to garner?
Well, let's say something like 40,000 points. But I've got this new credit
That's a lot
card.
of
If I
points.
spend 3, so I get every £1 I spend on the card, I get a point, right?
So you need £40,000.
Well, here we go. But if you spend £3,000 in the first 3 months, you get 20,000 points.
Where are you spending Hold on, they've just got you by the balls here.
I know!
They're forcing you to spend £3,000.
Well, here's the
But
thing.
wait a minute, I spent £5,000 in the past 2 months.
Exactly. You could have
What are you
20,000 points
spending
like that.
£5,000
Bang.
on?
Add a couple of
Wraps
vine
and
ripened
burgers.
tomatoes and a
No.
banana to it. You're almost
There's
there.
no way you spent £5,000 on just wraps and burgers.
Interesting.
Yes.
How interesting.
Very well. Because we're going to buy the flights to Tokyo on the card. And guess what? Here's the kicker, right? When I forget to pay it off, guess what the percent APR on the card is?
Okay, what's that?
Guess what it is? So basically, like if you go into your overdraft, maybe they'll charge you like a 10% charge.
Yeah.
Whereas this, if I forget to pay it off at the end of the month, guess what the percent is? So let's say I've got 500 quid in there that I forget to pay off, or I ain't got the money. Guess what percent is added on in fees immediately? Guess.
I don't know.
400.
No, it's not that mad, is it? 88%.
Which is, surely it's 400, that.
88%.
Of 500.
Yeah.
That's 400.
But he said 400%.
I don't say £400.
He said £400. He was technically correct.
He was technically correct. even
Ring the
though
bell!
even
Ding,
though
ding, 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 ding.
So I have to get this very, very, very right. But it's
Maybe
like a
I
video
should
game in
get a
real
credit
life.
card.
You absolutely
I don't
shouldn't.
think
This is the worst idea of all time. But anyway, if anyone's into Nectar Points or how to spend them best,
What a call to action that is.
let me know. But
Maybe I should
people
get
are
a
sleeping
dog.
on nectar. People are sleeping on nectar. I'm like a bee these days. The amount of nectar falling out of my hiney.
Maybe I should go to Tokyo.
Ethan, are you into credit cards or Nectar Points or anything shit like that?
I was talking to Joe
It's
about
so
it.
shit.
I was talking about.
It's so shit, but it's really good. Sorry, Ethan, go on.
Well, I was saying I was talking to you about it yesterday, and I was saying I didn't have a clue about any of these things. I don't understand money. I just leave it in one account. It's got no interest. I don't invest in anything. I just earn and spend the same amount every month, and I'll be on the same amount of money forever.
Desperate, isn't it?
Anyway, that's all, folks.
No, I've got a poem.
Oh, your poem. Poem time.
My friend earns a lot. He writes for the Times and he earns a lot of money.
Okay.
Who the hell's Daphne? Wait,
Don't read your WhatsApp groups.
Daphne Lillian has texted me. I don't know who.
Read your poem, not your WhatsApp groups.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
She might be
I've done
Swedish
the
girl with
elephant
a
in the room
Big
thing.
arms.
The elephant in the womb. We've
I'll
already
try
had
and
that.
find her again. She's
No,
very
no.
attractive.
That's not.
Oh, supermarket shelf checkouts. No, let me start again. Oh, supermarket self checkouts.
Is the last part of the poem. Brilliant, mate. That's all, folks.
Oh, you're not done. Okay, start.
Why do you have a
Start
little...
from the beginning.
Oh, supermarket self-checkouts, why do you have a little mirror? I'm not scared someone's going to rob my back pockets at a supermarket checkout. There aren't hordes of tourists, and I'm not in Venice. And this isn't the set of Oliver or 1880 with street urchins. I'm just about to purchase a midnight snack of German smoked ham and a packet of 5. And I don't need to be reminded of that when I catch myself in the reflection.
Lovely.
And the thought for the day.
No thought for the day.
If Little Red Riding Hood had complimented the wolf by saying, "Grandma, what a great voice you have. You should really consider voice acting," it might have really changed his outlook and he would have had a purpose and a career and stopped eating children.
Oof. Brilliant. It might have actually. Is that, are you suggesting, are you sort of writing about yourself a little bit there?
All authors write about themselves invariably, don't they?
Yes.
Yes. Right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Make sure 6 p.m. UK time on Tuesday, Sloppy Joe's turns 200 episodes old. Thank you very much, Don, for joining us.
Yep.
You'll be there on Tuesday, won't you?
Yep.
We might have to drip feed him in some of the stuff he says.
Yeah, it's true.
It wasn't bad today. I
We've
didn't
got
do
to-
bad.
Ethan was
one bit
worse
out.
today.
We've had to cut one bit out.
Me?
No, nugget. Anyway, bye.
Bye, Ethan.
Oh yes, ta-ra everyone now.